Hello. Concept of investment function and marginal efficiency of capital we will discuss in this video. Investment is dependent upon rate of interest. Traditionally speaking, there is inverse relation between the two. At high rate of interest, less investments are made and vice versa. Investment is also, however, dependent upon MEC, which is marginal efficiency of capital. Marginal efficiency of capital means expected rate of return of capital asset over its lifetime. Expected returns. Any capital assets that you have, what you are expecting, what returns it will generate. It is expected returns, okay? Expected returns which it will generate over its lifetime. There is a specific life of capital asset. So maybe 5 year, 10 year or whatsoever. So what are expected returns? The expected rate of return of a capital asset over its lifetime we will consider for MEC. Supply price means replacement cost of capital asset. Any machinery you have purchased for 1 crore, if supply price or replacement cost is 1 crore. How to calculate supply price? R1, expected return for first year divided by 1 plus R. This is rate of discount. This small r is MEC, marginal efficiency of capital. It is working as rate of discount raised to 1 for first year when you calculate, plus R2, returns which will be generated for second year, expected returns. Divide this by 1 plus R raised to 2. Again in same way, discounted by MEC. For second year when you are doing, you have to say raised to 2. For whatever other years, remaining years of life of capital asset, for third year R3 we will use, raised to 3 we will use, plus dash, that is the remaining years till nth year, which is the last year of life of capital asset. So supply price, when we are calculating, we are using, where it is discounted prospective yields actually. So we are using MEC as our rate of discount. Calculating demand price. For demand price calculation, rate of interest will work as rate of discount. So expected returns for first year R1 divided by 1 plus I will be interest, rate of interest, which is working as rate of discount raised to 1 for first year when you calculate, plus R2, which is returns expected for second year, divided by 1 plus I raised to 2. I is interest rate, which is operating as rate of discount raised to 2 we will write when we are calculating for second year. Third year, in the same way we will calculate R3 divided by 1 plus I raised to 3. For the remaining years, we have put dash, plus last year of life of capital asset Rn divided by, that is the nth year, 5 year, 10 year, whatever is the last year, plus I 1 plus I raised to n. So in this way we will calculate demand price, and we will compare demand price and supply price. This curve will be sloping downwards, indicating inverse relation. So as rate of interest will fall, investments will rise. That is the meaning of this diagram. Now we say at same rate of interest also investments can rise. As you will see, original interest rate is I1. Originally we are here. We say any point. We name it as E, for example. So with I1 rate of interest, capital I1, this is volume of investment, O to capital I1. Now rate of interest in market is same, but expected profits are changing. So expectations will lead to shift of MEC curve. MEC curve shifts from MEC to MEC1. At same rate of interest, we will see. Now we are on MEC1, a new MEC curve at point E1, and investment now is I2. Investment has increased from OI1 to OI2. Okay, so at same rate of interest, investment can rise. At same rate of interest also, investment can rise because of shift of MEC curve. So that means investment will be dependent upon two variables. Investment is function of interest rate and also MEC. It will change either when interest rate will change or when MEC will change. Thank you.